something that I probably found a bit fascinating when I first started. Lee pointed it out to me, and there's nothing there. I'll point it out to you when we go past. There's no real sign that there was a township there. It's all been moved. But not only was there a township there, the township at its peak had 2.5. They used to always put on these plays and bits and pieces. Not only that, their brass band apparently was top notch. Queensland used to have a bit of a competition every year with brass bands. Cabura only ever lost to Brisbane. Cabura's brass band used to come second every year. I even read on the Mariba Historical Society website that Cabura had a roller skating rink at one point. And apparently it was just near the railway siding. So if it wasn't for the mineral prices plummeting, who knows, it may have still been there today. Sorts of really cool photos, but Lee and I, we're probably going to go into the Historical Society over the next couple of weeks to sit down and go through them again and really start, I guess, narrowing down the search and getting some stuff that's, yeah, just a bit better than the ones we got to stick up there. Well, like I said, I do recommend going to it. Unfortunately, they're not open on Sundays. They won't be open again until Monday. But I did actually bring a bunch of pamphlets or little flyer things back with me. If anyone wants one, just in case you want to go visit or whatever, just hit me up before the end of the trip. I'll get one in my bag for you. Myself, we did actually one trip, we didn't have any people on board for this particular section, and we pulled the train up and walked up into the mountains on the left hand side because it was rumoured that that's where some of the mines were up through there. And we came across some old mining equipment, came across where there'd been some buildings or settlements at one point, came across the Cabura Dam. There's like a big dam up there. And we looked over the dam and we saw a settlement of some description down on the banks of this dam. And from where we were, it looked like this bloke was very much into his horticulture. So I got out of there as quick as possible. We didn't want to stick around. All I could see was that the authorities, 2 days later, find the Savannahlander parked in the middle of nowhere with no sign of the drivers. Meanwhile, you know, we've been caught, Lee and I are in the bottom of some well, being told to put the lotion on our skin or else he's going to hose us down again or something. But, so we got out quick smart. This is it here, this is downtown Cabura. Now the last Caburan resident, he left here in the 80s, and his house is over on the right hand side. There's a little tiny bit of it still standing. You can see over there. Just a couple of corrugated iron sheets and yeah, a bit of the frame still there. Lee and I walked over there a couple of years ago, have a look. There's not much there, broken bottles, old table and stuff. But the siding here on the left, so apparently the roller skating rink was here somewhere, I'm not too sure. Must have been some houses here. On the right, you see the mango trees, tamarind tree. Always a bit of an indicator there was something at one point.
what's known as a fully interlocked signal cabinet. It's in use every day of the year except Christmas Day. This meaning you can't set conflicting paths through on the system there. It locks certain routes out if you set certain points. So it makes it a little bit safer. A short journey now out of Coranda. We'll head across to Barron Falls where we're going to pull out for a couple of things.
We won't set up until times make it available, I guess.
Yeah, we've sort of done it all. I've got 5 bottles of thick and orange stuff.
Oh, yeah, right.
So yeah, a couple of things to do there. The number one thing we want you to do is when you're out and about having a look around the platform, listen out for Will. He'll shout out at the top of his lungs and get you all sorted out for a group picture. Every Saturday afternoon for the last couple of years, Will's been taking a photo of the groups in exactly the same spot on the Barron Falls platform, and that then becomes the top photo on the Facebook page for the Savannahlander for that week. So if you'd like to be involved with that, make sure you make yourself available on the platform when he yells out. Listen to where you have to be. The other thing, we're not going to formally set up the souvenir stand, but if you require or would like to purchase any of the stuff that we have available for you in the souvenir cabinets, just shout out. We'll bust it out. I'll put it up down the back of the front unit and I'll open the box up if you need something out of that. And you are more than welcome to hit me up about that at the platform. The other thing that we've got available that they weren't at the market this morning, usually in the markets in Mt Surprise, there was like one stall there today, usually there's a couple of stalls. The other stall's on holidays or they've gone away somewhere, and she normally sells dressings, salad dressings and sauces. And they're absolutely fantastic. And I was a bit, I'm sure it's not that good. And I ended up buying a bottle of this thick and orange salad dressing and I took it home and so I bun it on a salad and it's incredible. It's really, really good. Will, last week the lady said she wasn't going to be there, and Will said, how about I grab a box of sauce off you, or dressing off you, and you can all try it, make it available for anyone wants some. How many bottles you got left? 5 bottles. They're $10 each. To give you an example of how good it is, we had some friends around, friends of my wife's parents, and they were there and they had the salad dressing out and they put it on their salad. They were, that's amazing, can you get me a bottle? So I did. And then 2 weeks ago, she said, can you get me 8 more bottles of that salad dressing, please? So I was like, she was sending it to all of her friends as presents. So it's pretty good stuff. So if you want a bottle of that, we've got that there as well. It's $10 a hit. Maybe in Adelaide, I think. Somewhere in Adelaide.
Hey, you want one? Yeah, no worries.
Oh, they're selling.
Yeah, they're selling.
Oh, jeez, I oversold it.
Hotcakes.
No, I should have said, it's okay. The seller does it alright, it's not nothing special. I'll lower expectations now.
Increase the price.
Yeah. How many we got left now, Will?
3, 2 left.
2 left. They've gone up to $25 a bottle. We're at 25, 25. No, we won't do that. There's $10 a bottle. There's 2 left now. Oh, geez, that was effective.
Oh, there you go.
There's one left. If you look out to the left and down through the trains. I drive trains. Here I am selling salad dressing. I've got one job. Drive the train. Don't crash into stuff. That's all it says in my job description. There's the Barron Falls up down to the left-hand side. Get sneaky peeks through the cuttings here. Gives you a bit of an idea how high it is when we get to the edge. Just through here. There you go. Once we pull up at Barron Falls, any door on the left, once again, except for the rear door of the front unit, that one will be locked as well.
Last one, they're all gone down.
They're all sold. Salad dressing sold out.
You and I need to buy boxes.
I'm going to do that.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll do it on the train. We'll run her out of town.
red tomato sauce, full of Willy sauce.
Oh, it's your talk up.
Willy sauce.
Willy sauce.
Oh no, that's terrible.
No, it's not. I'm buying the domain.
Will and I just created our own sauce company. We're combining our names together and then placing the word sauce after it, so it's called Willy Sauce. Is that Aaron?
No, he was last week, so I must have been all right. Was that Mike the week before, didn't you?
Yeah, man. Falls, and now we're going to make our way down the spectacular and super famous McAllister Range, or commonly known as the Kuranda Range. The section between Kuranda, or just back the other side of Kuranda, all the way down to Redledge was stage 2 of the Cairns Railway project. Stage 1 went from Cairns through to Redledge, Redledge then to a place called Myola, like I say, other side of Kuranda. Stage 3 there on after through to Mareeba. Stage 2 is the bit that copped all the fame of the project. Stage 1 was no mean feat in itself. It was a railway line out of Cairns running not along it's a formation that it's on currently, but it was very tricky. Cairns was not what it is today. It was mostly mud, loads of horrible diseases and mosquitoes, and it was a really treacherous section, although having 0 hills, it still took them a good couple of years to finish. Once it got to stage 2, a fellow was sought out for to oversee the construction of this section. He was a Victorian fellow by the name of John Robb, and he had a lot to do with railways around the place as well, not up here, but through Victoria, Tasmania and South Australia. He had his say of a lot of those little railways, particularly the one that Queensland Railways was most interested in was his involvement in the Wilderness Railways of Tasmania, through some fairly similar country to what we're travelling through now. Obviously not temperature-wise, but rock formation and density of forest was something that he tackled before. John Robb was a wealthy man at this stage too. Had many businesses, including sheep stations, cattle, dairy, construction, shipping, all sorts of things. Now he was the man who oversaw the completion of stage 2, so he was the big hero. So because of that, they named this big rock here after him on the left-hand side. It's known as Robb's Monument. Prior to its co-naming or renaming or given its whitefella name that was significant to our Japakai people, the original owners of this area. And unfortunately there was a twin rocks that was significant to those folks. And the other one is directly to our left now at the front. It used to be a lot bigger, but it was in the way of the railway line and they blew it up and moved it on. Going to have an entrance into a tunnel on the right hand side, and that's just a maintenance works access tunnel for the Barron River Hydro Power Station. So John Robb, yeah, loaded. Absolutely loaded. The fellow, he had something to do with everything down there. Construction was one of his main things as well, and during the mid-1800s he did have the tallest building in Melbourne. He constructed it and owned it. No longer there, unfortunately. It was demolished to make way for another very tall building, and that was the Rialto Towers that were constructed down there in the 80s. The poor old Robb Tower got knocked out of the road. But during the mid-1800s, being the tallest building in Melbourne, it was around about 6 stories high. It was a beautiful building, beautiful sandstone structure. Slight sidetrack. Upon completion, the first person to drive a locomotive up the hill, his name was Tom Ford, and they named this lookout after him. You can see back down the Barron River Gorge towards Cairns.
What's the population of
It's around about 180,000 thereabouts, I think. Yeah, at any one time, hold a lot more than that. Yeah.
North Control, 6732 calling over. 6732 going on. Control, finished the shunt here at Innisfail and sitting facing IL 16 over. Heading clear over IL 25 for the process. That's correct, thanks for time.
We did a green
Clear for 918, 362, 898.
We wanted this front anyway.
Last replay control over.
So John Robb, when he was approached about the contract, of course, was super excited about being involved, because that's where the technology was at the day. That's where your adventurous spirit and pioneering way of the railways was all romantic and adventurous. So he was all over it, loved it. Came to a negotiated budget, I think around about £260,000 for the completion of the project. Top of my head, it's about it. And he thought that would be well and truly enough, no drama. Off he went, constructing his railway line up the hill. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. But it didn't matter, because he was loaded. Didn't matter. He had a bank full of money and businesses and all sorts of stuff, so it didn't matter. He just started paying things himself. Knowing full well that how impressed everyone would be once he completed it, that he just placed that voice at the end and they fixed him up for it, no doubt.
774 over.
After this long, beautiful cutting, we'll go over Surprise Creek. Get a good view down to the left, about 300 metres down. About 280 by the stage, about 280 metres down the Barron River, off to our left-hand side. And some swimming holes off to the right.
Double bit, thanks control over. Control RO Portsmouth over. Portsmouth go over. Control, can I get a road set out of the main line of Cairns all the way into the diesel shed at Portsmouth for the hill train, please, mate, over? I'm Control, Portsmouth out. Control 98 through camera. Camera, roger that. North Control, ZD31, track C, Maroon over. North Control. Hey, mate, got the start if you're ready, over? Definitely am not ready, but that doesn't mean we can't sort something out. What's the verdict, mate? Give me a bit of a rundown. Right, so mate,
You didn't do that.
just leaving
all road stuff?
to get
You
to
did
Beveridge, so
All of it, even the last one?
What last one?
Just the one that was at the end of the list? Imagine there's like this, and then there was one that was the end.
Yeah, even the last one. I'm thinking, did you write something else on the sheet? Or? No, everything that's on there was on there. Did you jot down that shirt that I sold on day one?
Maybe, I can't remember.
Oh, well.
I think I did.
Yeah.
I think I jotted it.
You asked me as you were doing shop, so I thought you might have done it.
Yeah.